Okay, so on transformations day 2, we are identifying the parent function, write the equation, and then tell me what transformations happen. What are the changes, right? So when I look at this, I see that there's a x squared in there. So that already tells me that the parent is a quadratic. And the equation is y equals x squared. You can write f of x or y. It doesn't matter right now. Okay. My transformations. Now, what happened to the x squared? I notice what is being squared. The only thing being squared is the x. So this is in a parentheses by itself. They won't always write the parentheses, but you need to identify where it belongs. So if that's the parentheses, this is outside, and this is outside, right? This is a outside, and then this one, they are just adding, so that is k, right? We're always thinking of the equation plus or minus a outside times a inside times x plus or minus right there, and then that's inside, and then minus h plus k, right? So you should have this in your notes, but we're identifying which one is it. This is k, and it's minus, so that transformation is going to be down 1, right? It'll move down 1 unit, and this being outside, that's going to be a vertical stretch, because that is a greater than 1, so a vertical stretch. So we're writing down what the changes are based off of this equation, and then you should be able to graph it, right? The quadratic is the U shape or parabola going up. It's going to move down and stretch. So that's easy. It moved down 1. So instead of being at the vertex, the vertex being at the origin, it's moving down 1. Now if I put a 1 for x, 1 squared is 1 times 10. Right? Like, let's say we're doing a table, XY table. If I put 0 in there, that's all 0, I get negative 1. Right? That's why it moved down. If I put a 1 in there, 1 squared is 1 times 10 is 10, minus 1 is 9. If I put a negative 1 in there, when I square it, negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1 times 10 minus 1 is also 9. So then it's already off the page. Right here at 1, it's up here at 9. At negative 1, it's up here at 9. So that is a very, very skinny parabola right there. And it keeps going. All right. So again, this shows exactly what I wrote. It shows a vertical stretch, move down 1. If you want to, you can use the calculator and go to the table. Okay, I look at this one. It's an absolute value. So have absolute value. Y equals the absolute value of x. This is outside, and it's greater than 1, so that is a vertical stretch. Again, it's going to get tall and skinny. This inside is h. And so we looked at it. H is the one that's backwards. If you subtract 1, that's counterintuitive. It goes back the other way. So subtract 1 is right 1. So it's going to shift right 1 and vertical stretch. Again, I'm just plugging in numbers. So if I put a 0 here, remember the absolute value makes everything positive. So I put 0, this is negative 1, positive, makes it positive, and then times 2 is just 2. So 0, 2 is a point. Okay, if I put a 1 in there, right, again, I'm just doing a table. 0, 2. If I put a 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0. So 1, 0. if I put 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, times 2 is 2. So now I have my V shape. It's already started, but notice that V shape moved to the right. Okay, and it's been stretched up because it used to be 45-degree angle. Right, and then I would just go ahead and do like 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up here to 8. All right, so that would be our picture right there.